The token?
Yeah.
I've never been in a token like I've never been involved this much in a token ever, and ever since I've been in crypto, I just sorry guys, I'm a little shy talker.
Go ahead, Ozzy.
Hey man, I got a small bag in here,
Okay.
close to let's say maybe 10, 12K. You think I'm gonna be able to get a yacht with you lot?
I missed the boat with ship, and I wish I got in ship early during this primitive development, and I missed that boat, and I refuse to miss this one. I'm telling you, I'm not selling a dime. I don't care if I have to hold for a year or 2 years.
Whatever.
It's gonna be there, bro. Because I'm telling you, man, it's gonna pay off.
I'm sick of being mortal, I'm about to be a savage. I see a lot of things that I want, I will have them. I got a new mindset that I just established. I'll march through the cold with the nails on the pavement. I'll shovel that coal just to get out the basement. My story will be told, helping others make changes. I'll be so bold, they will watch in amazement. Am I gonna face it? Am I gonna chase it? Am I gonna start over? I keep waiting, time is limited, quickly fading. Get my mind right, it's my time to take it. Am I gonna face it? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back? You ain't never ever gonna break it. You can never beat them and they're better than you face it. Thinking that they give a damn, you're not thinking straight, kid. No, they don't give a damn, you got what I'm saying? I'm not fucking playing, I'll give it to you straight, man. There's too many others and you're not that great, man. Stop what you're saying, stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just faking. Nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore, I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more speak out. It's about to head south. Never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Pablo Crow, and I hope you're having a bullish day, even though the market is not what the market wants to be, what you want it to be. But it's just how the cookie crumbles, right? All I can tell you is I'm bullish on crypto. Crypto set me free. Now, one thing that I really want to say about the market is that, the market makes people money and people lose money. Now, you can be on the winning side, but you have to understand the market. You have to understand who to trust, where to put your money, or you're going to live your life in the trenches investing blindly. And 9 out of 10 times, you're always going to lose. Okay. The only way you win in any industry, whether it's corporation, whether it's cryptocurrency, whatever the industry is, the only way to win is by connections. That's it. Networking. If you're the son of the boss you're probably going to have a pretty good title in the company, right? Because you're the son of the boss. If your uncle is the manager, guess what? You're probably going to get a decent job. If your aunt is a CEO in a corporation, she's probably going to get you a nice little corner office where you make a decent living, right? And cryptocurrency is no different. You have to know people. You have to know the people that you have to be connected to in order to make money. It's just how it works. If you're not connected to an inner circle, then you're part of the outer circle. And if you're part of the outer circle, you're going to continue to feed the inner circle. That's how it works. So my community that's been with me for years, they have seen wallets with 6 figures. Some of them have seen wallets with 7 figures. And that is the truth. A lot of them can testify that they've seen those fat wallets. And why is that? Because they get involved early within my projects. That's all there is to it. You just got to get involved early. A lot of people always come late. They always come late to the party. And they don't know that they're late. They come late to the party. And they're the ones that get stuck at the party having to clean the fucking mess that the rest of us made. The rest of us party for fucking 3-4 days straight. And then these boys show up with their little case of beer to the party. And guess what? They get to stay at the party, clean the fucking mess, and we get to go home. That's how it works in crypto. You want to get involved in the party, in the inner circle. So you can have a good old time, you can make a bunch of money, and then you can move on and let other people take over. That's how it works. And I know it's not fair. I know that. I know that it's not right. Of course it's not. But that's the world that we live in. It's not what you know, it's who you know. That's how it works. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you can get rich. When I was coming up in crypto, I was lucky. I can say lucky because somebody told me about Bitcoin. Somebody very important told me about Bitcoin. And the only reason that person told me about Bitcoin was because at the time I was a somebody in network marketing. And they felt that I could help them push Bitcoin. You believe that? Back in the day, I didn't give a fuck about crypto. But they believed that I could help them push Bitcoin. So they wanted to get me involved. And I got involved. I bought one Bitcoin at $500. And I didn't do shit after that. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't trust it. And it took me literally, almost 2 years before I even read the white paper on Bitcoin. 2 years after I bought it, I finally read the white paper for the first time ever. And I was just blown away. I was mesmerized. I was like, holy shit, this is some crazy tech. And I started to spread the word. I was like telling co-workers, telling, friends, telling, hey, you should get some Bitcoin, man. Check this shit out. And of course, none of them listened. Because at the time, I was just a welder. I was just an average Joe, right? But I didn't give a shit what they thought. I decided to buy crypto, and I decided to invest in people. When Crypto.com was born, and they came out with a coin called Crow, I invested in the brand. I invested in Chris. I invested in the team because I knew that brand would just blow up. I knew it. I fucking knew it. It was more than just a guy launching a cryptocurrency. Like, the men own the domain called crypto.com. Like, you couldn't be more crypto than crypto.com. So I knew that if I connected with those guys, if I joined their inner circle, I would get rich. So that's what I did. I kind of shoved myself in that group without them really inviting me. I just kind of invited myself. And I joined that group. And a few years later, that group set me free, made me financially free. But it took a while. It wasn't like three weeks later and I was asking in the chat when pump. Like it took years. It took a long time. But I was already broke. I was already struggling financially. So it didn't really matter. I was already going to continue going to work. I was already going to continue running my welding company. I was already going to do that, the everyday life. I looked at crypto as a solution to my financial economic problem. I didn't look at it as an extra paycheck or how to make a few extra bucks to pay the rent or buy food. I didn't look at crypto like that. I look at the financial solution to financial freedom. So I invested like I was buying financial freedom. Every $1,000 that I had, I was like, boom, boom, boom. I didn't care. Nothing fucking mattered. Nobody could convince me that I was going to fail. Nobody. And they tried. When my family and coworkers and friends realized I was buying crypto, they told me it was a Ponzi scheme. And I was like, look, man, I don't give a shit what you guys think. If this fails, then I continue my life how it is right now. I lose nothing. I have nothing to lose. I am already at the bottom of the fucking food chain. I'm already at the bottom. I'm the family man that gets excited about a $5,000 tax return. I'm already at the bottom. So what do I have to lose? Nothing. And when I realized that, I was like, I'm just gonna connect with this circle, this circle that it's intelligent, that they understand technology, and I don't know. I'm just gonna connect with these guys. And I connected with that circle. And ever since I connected with that inner circle, I have never failed. Once you make money in crypto, you never have to buy crypto again. The crypto will make you more crypto and more crypto and more crypto and more crypto. So basically what I'm saying is you have to find yourself in the inner circle. That's what you have to do. And you have to search for that team that's been here through it all, right? Right now, I look in the space and I don't see old teams anymore. I don't see developers that were here in 2020. I don't see any of these people anymore. They kind of just vanish. And you know why they vanish is because they made a lot of money and they saw the space becoming a joke. So there was no point for them to continue on. So now they have their millions and they invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum in the top 10 and they're happy. And I don't blame them at all because the space today is a bit of a joke. It's a bit of a joke. People that have made millions of dollars and lost millions of dollars, they complain like degens. When they have tasted wealth for the first time in their life, they know what it feels like. And they know what it took. They know that it took hard work, dedication, and months and years of accumulation to make that kind of wealth. All I can tell you is connect with the inner circle. Okay. I'm going to build three major industries in cryptocurrency. Three major industries. And we're going to talk about those three industries today. And I'm going to tell you why I believe that these three industries are going to be the next wave of crypto, like the major wave, like the next big thing. Okay. So far, when I told you the bottom of Bitcoin, I was right. So far, when I told you the top of this bull cycle, unfortunately, I was right. Now, that's still debatable, right? I mean, some miracle could happen and, somebody can come and save us. But the odds of that happening are very slim. And we're going to talk about the Bitcoin market and the overall market. And there's things that I'm going to point out to you that might help you understand why I think we're already in the bear market. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. And yeah, it's going to be bullish. So before we jump on any of that stuff, let's take a moment and enjoy a little bit of monkey action.
Green candles rise, a vibrant hue, breaking barriers old and new. Decentralized, a fearless stand, power shifts across the land. From ashes rise a phoenix bright, burning through the darkest night. Digital gold, a modern gleam, living the crypto dream. Tread in the air, electric night, crypto pulp, taking flight, diamond.
And we're back, super bullish. Well, let's jump right into it, okay? Let's jump right into it and talk about this because this is some stuff that's going to help you for the next 2 to 3 years, okay? I don't like that temporary miniature hype. I hate that. I hate projects that and investors that want to get rich in a short period of time because look, the rest of us that actually made it to the top leagues, that actually became millionaires in crypto, we did not make that happen in a matter of weeks. It took years, okay? So I don't really care for any of this stuff. But let's talk about this right here, okay? So one thing I want to say, I want you to watch the overall market, okay? You see how we're sitting at 3.2 trillion? Is that what it is? Trillion? 3.2 trillion. I want you to watch that number, and I want you to watch this tether number, okay? See how it's sitting at 184 billion? So basically, if there's money still in the market, what tends to happen is it tends to move from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all these other ones into a stable coin, which is Tether or USDC, which are the main ones, right? But if the market drops and these don't go up, these two right here don't go up, that means that money is leaving the market, okay? And when money leaves the market, it means that it goes outside of crypto, which is not a good thing, okay? You want the money to stay within cryptocurrency, even though it's on a stable coin, even though it's on Tether or on USDC. You want it to stay within crypto because that means that these guys are just waiting for the dip and they're going to buy back in. But if it leaves, then we have a problem, okay? And that's what's going on right now because if you remember, our all-time high was 4.3 trillion, which, you know, we're pretty much at a negative $1 trillion in the crypto market. Now ask yourself, where did that $1 trillion go? Because if it was still in the market, it would be in a stable coin. It would be, you know, in stables, but it's not. It left the market. Okay. If we look at my X, I'll show you something on Twitter. I don't know why Elon named it X. Like you say my ex, and it basically sounds like my ex-girlfriend. You know, I don't know what he's thinking. But anyways, if you look at this right here, I'll show you. Where is it? Oh yeah, right here. If you look at this picture, we were sitting at the 1.15 trillion, and that was when BTC dumped to 89,000, right? And you saw how look at the USDT, 183 billion, and this one is 74 billion. So it hasn't changed much since it dipped, right? Even though it went up 100 billion, that means that it went into Bitcoin, okay? Because the USDT is still about the same market cap as it is today. And we're talking about something that took place on November 18th, yesterday. This was yesterday, okay? And then we said, woohoo, the global market is back, okay? At the 3.27 trillion. And then we look again. Oh, let me refresh this CoinGecko. No. Hold up. CoinGecko. You look at it right again, look at the Tether, still at 183 billion. That hasn't changed, right? And the overall market went up a little bit. So what it looks like, it looks like the market is losing $1 billion, and they take it out of the market. And then when they want to pump the market back up, they bring those 100 billion and they pump it temporarily, right? And we see those 100 billion coming and leaving the market back and forth. So what does that tell you? That tells you that it's 100% manipulation going on, right? And and that's not a good thing, especially when we already lost $1 trillion in the market. Now, if people plan to buy back into Bitcoin, into stables, why did it leave the market? Why did that $1 trillion leave the market? It's outside of crypto. And I'm going to tell you why it leaves the market. It leaves the market because the people that are buying crypto, those big players, the big whales, they actually buy stocks and they buy, other type of investments outside of crypto. So if it left the market, that means that they're using that money to invest somewhere else, right? That's not a good thing for crypto. You don't want it to leave the market, and it left the market. Now, what is it going to take for that $1 trillion to come back into the market? Okay, we already had, interest rate cuts. Yeah, maybe we'll get another one here soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I mean, the U.S. government has talked about Bitcoin for a whole year now. I mean, the tariffs conversation is pretty much burned out. We've done that for so long. China's already unbanned crypto. I mean, you have countries that are already buying, crypto. You have states in America that are like writing these laws, and all this stuff's already been happening for a long time. So you look at and ask yourself, okay, what hasn't happened? They would bring a bunch of money into the market. What hasn't happened? Now, when you look at the market today at the 3.2 trillion, that doesn't mean that 3.3 trillion came into the market, because a lot of people sold. So it's possible that we had $7 to $10 trillion come into the market and people took profits and then left the market, and this is all that we got left. Right? So when people said about $10 trillion were coming into crypto, they were right. It already happened. About $10 trillion came, and there was a lot of buys and sells. People made money, people took profits, and that money left, and then the money came in. It's called volume, right? You have the buy pressure versus the sell pressure, until one wins and one loses, right? That's where the $10 trillion came into the market, and a bunch of it already left. But you can't tell the difference because in the overall market, it's like, let's say 4 trillion, 3.5 trillion, 4 trillion, 2.7, 3.7. But in the meantime, that is volume that is coming in and leaving out, right? That's the part that a lot of people don't understand when it comes to money in the market. When people say, oh no, we still got like $10 trillion that are still going to come into the market, well, that already happened. Now we're going to jump into a little bit more of a serious chart right here. This is your Bitcoin chart, okay? And there's a lot of people on the internet that are saying we haven't had a parabolic run. That's what they're saying. We didn't have a blow off top. All coins, like, really, it just didn't happen. Like, and you know why they say those things? They say those things because most of them were only here for the last bull cycle. They were not here for the previous multiple bull cycles. They were here for 2021. So they expect this cycle to be like 2021, right? But if you really pay attention, I mean, look, Bitcoin was down here at the 15K. And I mean, from 15K to 126,000, 127,000, whatever the peak was, that right there is a parabolic run. I don't really care what anybody says. That right there is a parabolic run. It's massive. It went up 700% for Bitcoin, right? Also, I want to show you something that I kind of put together that I think is important to look at, okay? And these are kind of my reasons why I think we're already in a bear market. Obviously, there is a possibility that I could be wrong, and hopefully I am wrong, but I don't really think so. Okay, so right here, if you look at this bear trap that happened here, roughly around, I don't know, I think it was like 70,000 roughly. Okay, that right there matches your overall bear trap on the on our big old forever chart. Okay, you see that gigantic bear trap that we had here? It's basically what this is called right here, the bear trap, okay? And then you have the FOMO and the euphoria, okay? Which right here at the 126, 120, above the 120, and that right there was the euphoria. And then about the 98K, that's when we had the breakdown, okay? And you know, this image was actually I posted this image. When did I post this image? About 5 days ago, okay? And if you look at it today, look, it's playing perfectly how we discussed on that euphoria. The 98,000 is right here, and the breakdown is coming down. Now, if you look at the weekly, we had a 120 something top, 120 something top, 120 something top, 120 something top. So basically, we had a triple top for the 126, which is usually bearish. Now, we did have a death cross as well, which death cross is also considered bearish. Some people will say, well, after a dead cross, we tend to pump. And that's somewhat real. But when that happens, that's usually we're at the bottom of the bear market. We're 2 years after the Bitcoin halving, not now. See what I'm saying? So another death cross will come when Bitcoin hits that bottom, probably 12 months from now. So if you're listening right now, I'm not telling you these things to scare you. I'm telling you these things so you can prepare yourself so you can win in the bear market. Like, I made my most money ever in cryptocurrency during the bear market. I know a lot of people say the bull run this, the bull run that, but the real money is made in the bear market. Why? Because in the bear market, what happens is everything is dying, but there's always like a percentage of quality cryptos that shine. And these quality cryptos are like fucking candles in the dark, right? And then when they start to pump and they're green and everything else is red, everybody comes to that coin. Everybody, the entire space comes to those coins because those are the few coins that are pumping. So they're like, oh, finally something green. So everybody comes. And the early investors of those specific coins become millionaires in the bear market. And then what happens is, if you're an intelligent investor, you take your millions from the bear market meme coins, or bear market utility coins, and you buy the bottom of Bitcoin, the bottom of Ethereum, the bottom of XRP. And then you take those millions and then you duplicate them in the bull run. But see, to make money in the bull run, you already got to have money. That's how it works. I know a lot of people, you know, we go back in 2021 and you were putting $1,000 and it would turn into 10,000. That was a different time. That was the beginning of meme coins before, you know, we had shit coins. That was meme coins. What we have today is shit coins. So they're not the same. They're different eras. Okay. So you can't compare what happened in 2021 with what's happening today. You can't do that when it comes to the meme coin sector. Okay. Because before we had meme coins, now we got shit coins. Totally different. Okay. Yeah. Let me say hello to people in the chat real quick. What's up, Turbo? Frank. Oh shit, my buddy Guillermo, man, that fucker's still alive. God damn. Gotta love it. Smash the like, hit the like for sure. Let's take a moment and enjoy a little bit of fucking raccoon dance party. Let's fucking go.
Man, who are you?
It's like that.
And we're fucking back. Let's jump one more thing to talk about Bitcoin and then we'll move on, okay? Let's talk about some price targets that I think will happen in the next 12 months. Now, some of you guys are going to be pissed off at me, but that's okay. You know, People were calling me crazy when I was saying the reversal of Bitcoin was at 17,000. They said, "Oh, you don't know nothing, Pablo." And I was like, "Look, man, I've been here a long fucking time. Okay, this is the fucking bottom of Bitcoin, and you ain't buying the bottom. You will buy it higher, and you'll be like, oh, this is the bull run,' and then I'll be like, you're fucking late again." So we'll see how this plays out. Okay, but so. In my opinion, that was the top. Okay, in my opinion, a lot of people think it's gonna bounce here, boom, 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 and then shoot to like 150, 200,000. And I mean, it's crypto; anything is possible. But I highly, highly doubt it. Okay. The next thing is we had that strong support right here at the 110. We lost it. We had that strong support right here around the 92, 93. Guess what? We dipped once down already on the weekly, almost twice on the weekly. So that's not a good sign. The next strong support that we have it right there around 78, 79,000. And if we lose 79,000, it's fucking over. Okay. It's going down heavy. The next major support will be around 66, 65,000. Roughly that. Some people think that might be the bottom of this bear market because they're basing it based on the peak of last cycle. So, Bitcoin tends to bottom out at the peak of every previous cycle. So in this case, it's 67, 68,000, but I think it's going lower, in my opinion. I think that we're gonna catch that $29,000, $30,000 Bitcoin. Okay. So my buy target for Bitcoin will be right here between 40 and 30,000. That would be my buy entry for Bitcoin. And it's going to happen. I'm going to tell you when it's going to happen. November 2026. Okay. I am very confident about my technical analysis. So I'm not like everybody else that said, "Oh, Bitcoin's going to pump. Oh, it may go up, it may go down." No, I'm very confident about my technical analysis. So I believe that in November of 2026 is when we will have the absolute bottom of Bitcoin. Now I'm hoping that bottom of Bitcoin is around 30,000. That's what I'm hoping for. But if it's something like 40, 50,000 in November, then that's going to be my first entry, because most likely that 40, $50,000 Bitcoin, that will be the bottom. So 12 months from now is when I'm going to be looking and going back into Bitcoin. Okay. So that means that between now and 12 months, we have that 365-day window to make a lot of fucking money, like a lot of money. So you guys and myself can buy a lot of fucking Bitcoin for next cycle. Okay. Now, it's not what you want to hear. I know a lot of you guys want me to be bullish and say, "Oh, it's going to just reverse and it's going to get full send." But guys, Bitcoin went up 700% already. Okay. Historically, the bear market started weeks ago. I don't know what's going to pump Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't know what can. One thing I do know is that it can dump. That's the one thing that I'm 100% sure it can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of the bear market. Okay. We're going to make a lot of money. Now, people outside of our circle, those guys are probably going to cry for the next 12 months. We are going to make money. Okay. And I'm going to tell you from here on out, for the rest of the video, the next 30 minutes, I'm going to tell you how we're going to make money. Okay. There's 3 major categories that we're going to focus these 12 months. 3 major categories. Okay. The first one that we're going to talk about is, let's start with NVIDIA. Okay. NVIDIA is freaking killing it. Okay. It's killing it. They're just killing it. Okay. NVIDIA is pushing AI. They're the leaders of artificial intelligence. Okay. And they're going to blow up 2026. 2026 and AI will probably be the #1 narrative in artificial intelligence for 2026. Now, can there be other narratives that are just as great? Yes, but I believe that AI will be #1. Okay. The reason why is because everybody's fighting to be the AI leader. Right now, NVIDIA is the AI leader, right? We look at companies and other companies that are big on AI, and we look at those names, and we know all these names: Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, NVIDIA, obviously, Meta, Tesla, Adobe, IBM, PLTR, and Intel. I mean, these are your top 10 AI companies, right? All these companies are, companies that we know that we use every day, right? These guys are going to be pushing artificial intelligence like never before in 2026. You got people like Elon, you got people like Trump. All these guys are talking about artificial intelligence. We have people that are saying that we might have a bubble for artificial intelligence. Yes, but that's not happening for a few years. Like 2026 is going to be an open window, just boom, open, wide open for artificial intelligence. Okay. And if you don't see it, you are going to miss out. Like, you're going to miss out. This AI wave is going to be like the .com wave, like the social media wave, like all these things that you missed. This is going to be that wave, and you're going to miss it again if you don't capitalize on artificial intelligence. Now, I do have a specific coin that I love, and I'm going to be promoting. It's mine, obviously, and I'm going to be building for the next year, for the next couple of years, for the next few years. A lot of people, they come and they make a few X's and they're satisfied. But myself, I'm dreaming so much bigger, so much bigger, because I want to capitalize on the AI industry. There's going to be a lot of money just all over the place. There's going to be a lot of grants, a lot of offers that are going to come in, and especially like right now, Binance is going to be helping AI projects. It's going to be helping AI development. They're going to be funding certain tokens that meet their criteria. Number one, they got to have a docs developer. That's number one. They're not going to do business when somebody that's not, legally visible. You know what I mean? They're not going to do business with somebody that can't sign contracts, that can't do all these things, they can't trust legally, right? So number one, you have to have a docs developer. That is number one key element to being able to qualify for a lot of this stuff that is going to take place in 2026. Okay. Number two, you got to have a track record. You got to have experience. And number three, you got to have money on your own. That money that basically says, I don't depend on you to help me, but if you help me, we can build some quality tech that is going to help not just us, but the entire crypto sector, right? Those are three key elements that are going to determine if Binance is going to help you as a coin, as a token, right? Now, let's jump right into it. So if you don't know, I launched MOONAI, I would say about 2 weeks ago, roughly 2 weeks ago. And from launch, if we look at launch right here, and the 5 to the 0.25, so it did about a 500% from launch, 5x. So if you bought, and there was a lot of smart people, I'm not gonna lie, like some people came in with like $10,000 at launch, and as soon as they turned into 40-50,000, they were happy. Okay, there was a lot of that. Okay, there was a lot of that. There was a lot of people that came in with $5, $10, $20,000, and they were taking profits here, and that's okay. It's okay to make people money. I'm sorry for making people money. I apologize, but you have to look at the bigger picture of Moon AI, and I'm going to tell you why you have to look at the bigger picture of Moon AI. Moon AI is such a strong narrative. First of all, if you think about moon, you think about the moon, right? Let's go to the fucking moon. You think about when you look at her logo, you think of anime. Okay, so anime is a massive industry. Going to the moon is something that we say in crypto all the time. Okay, and artificial intelligence is something that's going to be pushing in 2026. It's going to be massive. Okay. I'm looking at building this project for a while, a long, 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 long while. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to be working on other stuff too, but Moon is gonna have a special place in my heart. I'm telling you, it's gonna be huge. And let's look at something. Oh, it's right here. Okay, let me share the screen. As you can see, Elon posted this like 6 hours ago. I mean, some of you guys may say it's embarrassed. Some of you guys may say it's not that it's not bullish enough. But I personally think it's bullish because look, even though Elon doesn't have his power like he did back in 21, 22, 23, Elon can still move your token 20 to 50 million market cap, right? So it's still a good catalyst. It's still a good chiller. He's our top KOL in the world, right? One thing that I want to point out is if you really look at this video, I want to show you something. Look at he keeps posting her, right? Which is kind of crazy because she is an exact replica of what Moon AI looks like. She got the white hair, the red dress, and she has that anime look, right? This is the second or third time that Elon posted this exact image. In another image, she was sitting down, in a chair, and then I think there was another one as well. So Elon, and not just him, but people that are like super into Grok and super into AI, they keep posting this look, this white hair, red dress, female. Okay. Now, keep in mind, I created this character way before any of this stuff took place, way before, right? So when you look at Moon, you're like, okay, this is bullish. This is very, very, very bullish. Okay. Something that you got to pay attention to. And I'm going to blow her up here so you can see. You can see we got the red dress and the white hair. That is her native look. So the fact that Elon keeps posting this look, it tells me that sooner or later, he's going to repost one of our images, one of our made up videos that we make, one of our show posts is eventually going to get reposted by Elon. Why? Because he already likes this look. He's already mesmerized by this look. So if you're part of Moon AI, what you should do is you should, comment below Elon every chance you get. Just say, check out Moon or check out Moon AI. Don't do a ticker. Don't do a hashtag. Don't do a contract address. Just say, check out Moon AI. Made it with Grok. And then if he likes your image, he might even retweet it. And as soon as he retweets it, guess what's going to happen? People are going to go on Dex Screener, on Dex Tools, and they're going to be searching Moon AI right away. And what's going to happen? It's going to just pump. Now, is that all we give a shit about? No, of course not. Moon AI. She is going to be an artificial intelligence that masters the blockchain. Her specialty is going to be the blockchain. Okay, right now, Grok and ChatGPT and these guys, they just don't know enough about the blockchain. They pull out information from the internet to answer your blockchain question, which is not accurate. It's not really helping you as you're searching for decentralized information, right? So Moon AI is going to fill that gap that the world needs. She's also going to be your AI, your everyday AI for my social media that I'm currently building. So that's the next topic that we're going to jump into. But I want you to really think about this look, this anime look. We know that in 2026, anime is going to blow up. Okay. Japan has gotten a bunch of funding to these companies, these anime companies, so they can push anime outside the world, like to the US, to South America, to Europe. Like they're going to push anime like super hard in 2026. So you got the anime being pushed in 2026, and you got the AI narrative being pushed in 2026. We have something special here. Moon AI is really going to do well going into the bear market, going into the blood, especially with her red dress. She's going to be the queen of blood, the queen of fucking blood. Okay. Remember this live stream. Remember this moment, because 6 months from now, somebody's life is going to change. Hopefully it's yours. But But anyway, before we jump on the next episode, let's take a moment.
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up.
Now, as you guys know, I was personally hoping that Bitcoin would go to 150,000 when I made that video. And I still kind of pray that it does happen. I mean, I'd be kind of bullish to see. Especially because it would give us another opportunity to short the market. But it's hard to believe that it's going to take place. Now, let's jump into our next topic. It's going to be social media. Now, we'll save the last topic for the last topic, okay? I'm very excited about the last topic, but this right here, social media, I believe that it's going to be one of the major topics of 2026. First, AI. I believe AI is definitely going to be the leader of them all, right? But social media plays a big role in artificial intelligence, in everyday use, in the normies, and everybody. Okay, social media is king. Okay, so let's talk about this specific list. And I got this list from Grok because obviously, I mean, I don't really like where Twitter was positioned in the past. So it's like I'm gonna ask Grok to make sure that they're not like pushing X too low to the point where like, okay, what the fuck's going on with X? Okay, but I asked Grok, and even Grok gave me this list. This is a list of the top 20 social medias in the world. Okay, we do have Facebook at number 1. Now this one was surprising. What's up at number 2? What the fuck? I mean, I have a WhatsApp. I just didn't know it was used that much. I guess in the US it's not used as much, but the rest of the world it is. So WhatsApp falls in number 2. YouTube in number 3 with the 2.7 billion users. Instagram 4, TikTok 5, which was shocking. I thought TikTok was like a top 3. WeChat, I don't really know what WeChat is. Telegram, that's what we use pretty much all day. We still have 1 billion users in Telegram. That's fucking crazy. Messenger, which is part of Facebook, Snapchat, Viber. I don't even know what Viber is. Do you guys use Viber? I don't know what the fuck that is. Douyin. I don't know what that is. I know what Reddit is. I definitely don't know what Kuaishou is. I know what Weibo is. Pinterest, yes, but X falls at number 16 with 563 million active users, right? QQ, QSong, Quaro, and LinkedIn at number 20th, okay? These are your top 20 social medias, which was kind of interesting, right? Now, if you look at even the bottom one, I mean, LinkedIn, 300 million users use LinkedIn. Are you fucking kidding me? 300 million. So what does that tell me? And what does that tell you as an investor? It tells you that social media is just fucking hot. And there's just so many people that use social media. Even social medias that you never heard of, people are using. And the hundreds of millions of users, okay? Social media is going to develop massively. X is already pushing artificial intelligence with Grok. I'm sure Facebook and the other ones will follow. But you know what's crazy? None of them are pushing cryptocurrency, like at all. It's just they're trying to integrate artificial intelligence into their social medias, but they're really not pushing crypto. Like none of them are, okay? Especially as we go into the bear market, they're definitely not going to push cryptocurrency. Why? Because Bitcoin is going to be dumping. Why the fuck would they talk about crypto if it's shit's dumping, right? So I believe that we are going to have an open road. Nobody's going to get in our fucking way. Nobody's going to interfere. We are going to have a free road to ourselves with no competitors, no other drivers, nobody. Okay? And when I talk about that, I'm talking about obviously my other project, Meme Link. Now, MOONAI is going to be the artificial intelligence for Meme Link. Okay? If you look at Meme Link development so far, we have come a long ways. A long ways. I mean, we're already at the point where you have quality videos playing all day, every day. Okay. We have the ability to have like a soundtrack going on. See? As you can see, it's just flowing. It's very smooth actually. It's very easy going, fairly quick. I mean, we're not even done yet. We're maybe 20-30% of the development compared to like other social medias, but we are already at the point where we're so competitive. Okay, we're constantly adding new widgets, new charts, new buttons, and it's going to play very well. So Meme Link, let's put it into perspective, right? We look at this list right here. We look at this list, okay? And we say, okay, let's say Meme Link is the worst social media out of these top 20. The worst, okay? Let's just put this into perspective. Let's say it has 100 million users. 100 million. That's the worst out of this top 20. 100 million. And let's say out of those 100 million, let's say half of them, 50 million, pay for verification. 50 million. And let's say the average verification is $10 a month. What's 50 million times 10? That's $500 million of revenue every month. Okay? That's saying that we're the worst social media, the worst one. It's fucking crazy to think about because once Meme Link crosses even 1 million users, which is 1/200th of LinkedIn, 1/200th. Think about this: 1/200th of LinkedIn, okay, which is the worst social media out there. With 1 million verified users, Meme Link would generate $10 million a month. $10 million a month. I could literally drop, I would say, $300,000 on the chart today, and I would break a new all-time high in this project. 300 grand, and I would break a new all-time high. We're talking about generating 10 million fucking dollars every 30 days. Imagine the possibilities. Now, MOONAI is going to be there helping people answer questions, talking to the chat, teaching about blockchain, all this stuff. She's just going to hang out all the time, 24/7 in Meme Link, okay? MOONAI is going to play a big role. She's going to have her own website, her own application, her own everything, kind of like what Annie for X does. She has her own little app thing going. She talks to you separately from Twitter. MOONAI is going to be very similar to that. Okay, $10 million a month with just 1 million users, verified users. That's one. Oh my God, that's 1/300th. 1/300th of Meme Link. It's nothing. You're not asking for much to get 1 million verified users. Like, you're not asking for much. That is a very minimal, very shitty target. Okay, so we go to this page right here, and when you jump over to Meme Link, you can see that Meme Link is very affordable. I mean, that thing is a 360K market cap. All-time high, 32 cents. All-time high was 32 cents. If we zoom out from pre-sale, let's jump to the 3 days. If we zoom out from pre-sale, which is way down here, to the peak, It went up 150x from the pre-sale to the peak. Okay. Now, obviously, meme links on Ethereum. Ethereum is my home. That's where all my friends that have a lot of money hang out. They don't like to go to other blockchains. Obviously, ETH is where I thrive the most. If we go back and look at my MSI pre-sale, same thing. It was like crazy, right? But I'm building a name for myself in BNB, and I think in a matter of time, I will have a big enough name in BNB that it won't even matter. Okay. Once this social media comes out, once MOONAI starts coming out with her own services, her own utilities, and I start buying back the chart, burning more supply, it's just gonna explode. Okay. And people are gonna make a lot of money. That's all there is to it. Because that's all it took before. I developed tickertrending.com and I generated over $200,000. And with $200,000, guess what I did to Meme Link? I pumped it to 32 cents, and then a bunch of people FOMO and helped us push it to those crazy numbers, right? Money makes the world go round outside of crypto, in crypto. So I prefer in building technology. I don't care about like hiring all these shillers. I care about building tech. When you build tech, the tech makes you money. And when you make money with the tech, you can just buy the degens out. You can buy the Jeets out. You can say, here, have $2,000 in profit. Congratulations. Now fuck off and go do whatever it is the degens do nowadays. Go back to pump fund and get destroyed. Whatever it is that they do, like, we'll give them money. That's fine. And that's what comes with development, with building something great. Okay. So that's my second biggest thing. We're gonna have AI, which I developed MOONAI, and I'm building MOONAI, and I'm gonna build MOONAI for the following years. Meme Link, which is going to be a social media platform. As you guys can see, we already got a long ways on that. You can actually go to memelink.com and you can create your own beta social media. So you can kind of see the progress, kind of watch how things are growing, how things are moving, the direction that it's going, why it has a future. It has a massive future because we're going to be taking crypto payments for verifications, for marketing, for any services that you want within our social media, and you want to pay with crypto, that's going to be possible. Now, for the normies that don't have crypto, they're going to also be able to pay with, regular money, debit cards, Apple Pay, credit card, whatever, for their subscriptions, for their marketing, for whatever they want to spend money on within the platform. They're going to have two options, fiat or crypto. Now, MemeLink, I expect MemeLink to be a great project for the next decade. Okay? Because social media, well, the last social media that launched was TikTok in 2016, which is almost 10 years ago. And in 10 years, nothing has really taken over. So when MemeLink comes out, I mean, people are going to be hungry to see what the fuck MemeLink is. That's going to be like, it's going to literally self promote itself. It's going to be a no-brainer. Once I put it on the App Store, I don't even have to do shit. It's just going to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. So don't fade memelink.com, okay? Now, before we jump to the next one, let's take another moment and enjoy a little bit of Raccoon.
I was born to be free.
And we're back. Now, the last industry that we're going to be focusing on in the bear market, okay? This one right here, we're already doing a lot, okay? We're already doing a lot for this industry, but we haven't even touched a grain of the type of development that we're going to accomplish for the entire bear market. Like this is going to be massive. Like gaming gaming is going to be probably my biggest accomplishment. Um, the reason why I say that is because social media is going to be the core, right? AI is going to feed social media, and gaming is going to feed the next generations of people, our children, our children's children, right? And gaming is it's just a powerful industry. Like it's just massive. Okay. So gaming will be the third thing that I'm going to focus on heavy going into the bear market for the next coming years. Like I expect to be developing for years. Okay, I know that some of you guys are just here for a few X's. You know, you buy in pre-sale and you're happy with your 5X. I respect that 100%. I'm happy for you. I'm happy to see people come in with $10,000 and turn it into 50. Like, congratulations. But what I'm building, you're gonna wish you never cheated. Okay, you're gonna say, "Fuck, man, I could have turned that 50K to 5 million." And that's the type of scenario that we're in. Yes, you can make money in my pre-sales. Yes, you can hurry up in the first 3 to 4 days. Yes, you can win temporarily. But the real winning is long term. The real winning is investing long term. Okay, that's the real winning. So we're gonna talk about this right here. Let me share real quick with you, and we're gonna talk about this gaming industry. Okay, so right here, as you can see, we got the big video game revenue over time. If you go back in 2002, which is the time I was a kid, okay, um, the revenue was $11 billion for that industry. Now we fast forward 10 years to 2012, it doubled. It went to 24 million from 2002 to 2012. 24 million, and we're talking about a 12-year difference. You get what I'm saying? Now let's push it even further from 2012 to 2024, and it went up to almost $60 billion in revenue. Okay, $1 billion. We went from 11 billion to 60 billion. Okay, that's crazy. That's 5 times in 22 years. Okay, and it's only gonna get crazier. 2025, 2026, we might be pushing 80 to 100 billion dollars going into the gaming industry. Now, there's one thing that you need to understand. Okay, we're talking about liquid money, real money. Okay, if 100 billion dollars came into crypto, like actual 100 billion dollars, like it would just be worth like at least 5 times more in crypto, which would be like $500 billion, because what we have in crypto is called a diluted market cap. It's not 100% real. It's like exaggerated, right? So when you talk about $100 billion outside of crypto, you're talking about a lot of fucking money. Like, it's no joke, like a lot of money. Okay. So that industry right there is massive. Gaming, man, gaming is so massive. And that's one of the industries that I just know that if you build on it, right, it's just going to make you a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay. Now let's jump over to this real quick. As you can see right here, I got Monkey Kong Racing, and this screenshot's actually in the Apple Store. Okay, you can actually go to the Apple Store and download Monkey Kong Racing. Just download it. Start playing. We should have the final version of Monkey Kong Racing coming probably next month. Okay. Now, if you go to Google Play, same thing. Search Monkey Kong Racing, and you can download it on your Android device. We're also going to be bringing this out to PC. We are gonna bring it out to Epic Games. You're gonna be able to play this in the PC version, which I think is so bullish because we're gonna be able to do live streams and play in the PC live, and that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be lots and lots of fun to play these games on the PC. I do have another another game called Kishi Bros. You can also go on the App Store and download it. Kishi Bros. Okay, like key is in Key. In fact, let me spell it for you. Kishi Bros, like this. Okay, and you can actually go to the Apple Store and download it. And you can also go to the Android store and download Kishi Bros as well. So these are two games that I have on the App Store and I have on Android. Now, these games are not done, but they will be done next month. Both of them. They will be upgraded. You'll be able to spend money in the marketplace. Man, I have big fucking dreams. Now, in my mind, I visualize over time 1 million children spending $2-3 a day. We're talking like $2-3 million in revenue per day. So in the future, in my mind, I see this type of money. I see millions of kids spending a few bucks, $2, $3, $1, 99 cents a day. Like I see it, right? But you got to spend a lot of money. You got to spend a lot of time up front, and you have to believe in what you're building. You have to believe in yourself and your team and your capabilities to take this risk, to spend all this money, to spend all this time. That's why my team is not here for no little bit of money. We're here for the big money. We're here to change our generations, our children's life. Like we're here for massive amounts of money. Okay. My team is going to be here for years in cryptocurrency until we fulfill that need. Once we fulfill that need, then our entire ecosystem will just run automatically. We won't even need to be here anymore, right? But until then, we will be here building amazing fucking technology, amazing games. Now, one thing that I want to talk about when it comes to gaming, bullish, my buddy Rico. Okay, one thing that I want to say about gaming. Okay, I will be building a gaming platform. Okay. I will be building a gaming platform. Now, this might be the first time I say this on live, but I will be building a gaming platform to be my third biggest utility. Now, in this gaming platform, you are going to be able to upload regular games, like in my case, Kishi Bros, Monkey Kong Racing, and whatever else. And you're also going to be able to upload play to earn games like crypto games. So if you're watching this right now and you're a developer that have a game that's been sitting there without proper exposure, without any way to get it to the world, I and my team will build a platform for you to upload your game. Okay. We're going to challenge Steam. We're going to challenge Epic Games. We're going to challenge all these gaming platforms that are massive. Okay. Why? Because we want to conquer artificial intelligence, we want to conquer social media, and we want to conquer gaming. Okay, those are our three categories that we're going to be focusing on for the years to come. Okay, I'm so excited to let you guys know that we are going to build something special. Now, take my projects. Okay. Take my projects as an investment. Don't think about them like a degen. Don't think about it like a pump fund coin. Like there's plenty of that garbage. Like if you like that garbage, it's fine. Go play with it. Go gamble it. But remember that you have to invest in something long term. Okay. And when you think about investing in something long term, invest in Pablo Crow's projects. Okay. Long term. Because these projects, you're going to wake up one day and they're going to be fucking God candles, like fucking God candles. And you're going to sit there and you're going to say, man, I could have been accumulating for the last 3 months, the last 6 months, the last 12 months, but I didn't. Instead, I wasted all my time gambling every dollar that I make at work on these pointless projects. It's okay to play. It's okay to be a degen. It's okay to gamble. But what's not okay is that you don't invest. You want to invest in projects that are going to change the space, that are going to take over certain categories. That's what you want to do. And that's what you should do. But that is up to you. Guys, I hope you enjoy this conversation. I know I did. Remember when I say this. Remember when I say this. 3 major categories, okay? 3 major categories. Let me see. This right here, okay? Social media, AI, and gamify, okay? Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you. Because when this bear market comes, and it will come, and it's already here, all I can tell you is I'm focused. I'm focused on building. I'm focused on delivery. I'm focused. I am focused. I don't got time for no degen talk about when this, when that. I ain't got time for that. I'm here to build a future. Guys, this was Pablo Crow, and we'll see you on the way out. Peace out.
The show is gone dark now, the screen is asleep. Another day's battle, I promise.
I'm going to be fucking rich. I'm going to be fucking wealthy. I'm going to be the person that I was destined to be. I'm not destined to be a fucking sheep. I'm not destined to follow people every day of my fucking life. If I want to buy that thing on the shelf, I'm going to buy it. If I want to travel somewhere, I'm going to travel.
Imagine being a young man feeling the world is cold. This is me, an immigrant at 5 years old. This is way before the Crow Show. I'm talking about a high school dropout, not knowing which way I'ma go. They thought it was easy, it wasn't easy at all. A father at 17, my problems wasn't resolved. I was locked up a couple of crimes multiple times. There was no hope, I never gave up. One time I started welding, thought I had a career. Bought my first Bitcoin, 2015 was the year. 3 years after that, I was introduced to the Crow. At that very moment, I knew I wouldn't struggle no more. I did my homework, started accumulating some more. And accumulating some more. I bought a couple shit coins, reinvested in the Bitcoin. Now I got a multi-million-dollar business. Many have witnessed that I went from rags to riches. And I didn't have to steal. I was there when Volcano hit 250 mil. I can't explain how it really feels. I got another banger on the way, Promethean Prodigy. I got many people to come along and just follow me. While they was buying memes, we buying technology. Waiting for the bull run to hit. Now ain't that some shit? I'ma be responsible for making so many people rich off of a couple flips. Never forget, I told you to buy the dip. Never forget, I told you to buy the dip.
There and you fight it in your head. You sit there and try to convince yourself that, oh, what if it doesn't work? Oh, what if I fail? What if this token doesn't do it? What if this happens? What if that happens? What? That's all you tell yourself. Those thoughts need to disappear from your mind. You need to block those shits, and you need to be like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to be fucking rich. I'm going to be fucking wealthy. I'm going to be the person that I was destined to be. I'm not destined to be a fucking sheep. I'm not destined to follow people every day of my fucking life.